Voters in Illinois cast their votes for President and Vice President of the United States of America. Through those votes, they were also voting for presidential and vice presidential electors. Today, those electors from each of the 50 states and the District of Columbia are meeting to cast their votes for the next President and Vice President of the United States of America. Here in Illinois, we are gathering for the 52nd meeting of the Illinois Electoral College, and the electors present today are representing the majority vote of almost 5.6 million Illinoisans who cast their ballot for President and Vice President in the November 5th election. As required by federal law, copies of today's certified vote will be sent to the President of the United States Senate, the National Archives, and the Chief Federal Judge of this federal district. My office will also maintain an additional copy of the certification of the vote for public inspection. Today is about preserving our democracy. Today is a special day for every American, regardless of whether you are a Democrat or Republican. Today is what makes this country the greatest nation in the history of the world. It's respect for the democratic process. Thank you. Elector Vera Davis, please come forward and cast your vote.
Good morning. It is my honor and my privilege to represent the people of the 7th Congressional District to cast this historical ballot for a person who has broken barriers for women, and particularly women of color, and also my sister in the sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I cast this vote for Kamala Harris and Vice President Tim Walz.
Because we talk about democracy, we talk about voter participation, we talk about encouraging people to vote, and today is the ultimate step of that. So I'm proud of it. I wish we had even more people paying attention to the whole process. To me, it's exciting, and as I mentioned in my comments, that's why we're the greatest democracy in the history of the world. Electors and guests, we have tallied the ballots. It is my pleasure to announce that Kamala D. Harris has received 19 electoral votes for president from the great state of Illinois. I love Senator Durbin. He is my friend. I will tell you, in my role as Secretary of State, I follow the Constitution, state and federal laws and guidelines. That's very important to me. If you're asking me personally how I feel about the Electoral College, I guess my statement would be, I care tremendously about increasing voter turnout and increasing voter participation. What I've heard anecdotally is that if we had a popular vote, you'd have more people participating, more people voting in states where they think that their vote doesn't matter, where they never see a commercial. So again, on the personal side, I would agree with Senator Durbin. It's probably an antiquated process. As Secretary of State, I'm here to uphold the Constitution and all state laws, and I'm proud of that duty. I believe in the winner-take-all process that we have, and again, I think the bigger question is whether we move to a popular vote or whether we continue with the Electoral College. But again, in my role as Secretary of State, my job is to follow the Constitution and all state and federal laws.
Some may feel that way, some may not. That's a good conversation to have. If there's colleagues of mine in the 104th General Assembly that wants to raise that conversation, I'm more than willing to have it. But for now, Illinois is a winner-take-all state.